What's up, underdogs? Imagine being just 11 years old and already balancing basketball, volleyball, school, and still dreaming big about playing college ball and becoming a veterinarian. Sounds impossible, right? Well, today we're talking to Dalila Theodore, who is making it happen. You won't believe how she's juggling it all. So, stick around to find out her secret to balancing sports, school, and future dreams. Right after our sponsor. Full Court Dreams, the Underdog's Voice, is proudly sponsored by Rehab 2 Perform. Are pain or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? Our friends at Rehab 2 Perform have you covered. Now open in Owings Mills with 9 other locations across the DMV. R2P will get you back in the game and ready to perform. Visit rehab2perform.com and start your journey to peak performance today.
Yo, what's good? Hoop Dreamers, welcome back to another episode of Full Court Dreams, the Underdog's Voice. I'm your host, Coach Q. And today, we got a rising star in the making, Dalila Theodore. She's just 11 years old, but her grind is serious. From basketball to volleyball, to dreams to becoming a veterinarian. This young athlete has big plans. Dalila, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm happy to be in here.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here. So I'm all the way on the East Coast, and you're all the way on the West Coast, correct?
Yes.
How's the weather?
Good. It's been mostly sunny.
Okay, same here. We going into fall though. Our morning's kind of a little chilly.
Yeah.
Here in Maryland, and you're in Washington State.
Yes.
Oh, okay. See, we get them from all over the country, huh? You know, we try and get everybody's voice out there. Just not the hometown crews. All right, Dalila. Before we get into your story, I gotta ask you a question that I asked all my guests. And as you know, this is the Underdog's Voice podcast. So I want to know, what does being an underdog means to you?
Being an underdog to me means people don't have faith in me, so I have to prove over and over again that I am capable of anything.
Okay. All right, man. Okay. I love it. Short, simple. All right. Great answer. I love it. All right. Now, it's all about staying humble and hungry, right? So,
Yep.
That's the underdog mentality. Is what keeps you pushing when things get tough, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, let's rewind a bit. So, you've been playing basketball since you was about 3 years old. Started at the YMCA.
Yep.
All right. So, that's a long time. So that's a long time for an 11-year-old girl to be playing basketball. Let me see, 8 years?
Yep.
Yeah, you still good. You still hooping. So what got you hooked on the basketball at such a young age?
Well, we've always known that I was going to play basketball. There's been early signs. And so when I got put into the YMCA, it was very obvious that I was very interested in the game, and I got pretty good pretty fast. So.
Okay. How long did it take you to get good?
A while. It's a process.
Okay. Oh, wow. All right. So when you was at the Y, did you play against boys, or was it a mixture?
Yeah. It was girls and boys mixed together. So I was playing on a team with boys and against boys.
Okay. Did they pass you the ball?
Sometimes.
Because you know how boys don't want to pass girls the ball. They don't want to do it. So you had to take the ball from them and go do your thing, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. But look, here's where it gets interesting. So you've been playing basketball since the age 3, but you also picked up volleyball not too long ago. And now you're balancing both sports. But we'll get into that and how you juggle that in just a bit. But first, tell me about your AAU days.
Well, as soon as I got out of Y, I played a little bit on 3-on-3, and then I got put into an actual AAU team around second grade, second
Mm-hmm.
grade, and
Oh,
then
hold up for 1 second. You started playing AAU in the second grade.
yeah, I think so.
What? So you played with some serious teams, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So back in the third grade, you played with West Academy.
Yes.
Fifth grade, okay. And you also, okay. So go ahead, tell your story. I ain't gonna tell it for you. Go ahead, tell your story. Go ahead.
Well, I started AAU in second grade,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got to third grade. I went into the fifth grade team, and then I bounced around teams for a while.
Okay, so what was the fifth grade team was West Academy?
Yeah.
How long did you stay with West Academy?
Well, I was on their team for the third grade season, and then I got back on it, and then I'm still technically on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
All right, so you also trained with, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was on the third grade, and then I went to a different team, and then to a different team, and then I came back, and so I kind of keep going back and forth from teams. So I don't really have a specific answer for that.
Oh, okay. All right. So you also train with what is called 90th or 90-10?
Yes.
That's what they call 90-10?
Yes.
90-10 Training Academy?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what was it like? And you played up also, right?
Yeah.
So what was it like playing up with older kids, and how did that shape your game?
Well, playing with the older kids, since they were older than me, I really cared about their opinion. And so as I got older, some of the things they said about me weren't very nice to a kid my age, and so I really cared. But then as I got older, I realized that I don't need to care as much, and so now I just don't really care what people think. I play my game the way I want to play it.
Okay,
And,
that's good. That's what underdogs do. We don't worry about what other people say. We gonna keep on doing what we need to do to get better and show everybody who we are, right?
Yep.
All right, so now let's talk about that sport athlete life that you got, right? So you picked up volleyball a year ago at the YMCA,
Yes.
and you're even trying out for your travel volleyball club team this October.
Yeah.
All right, so how do you manage to balance both basketball, volleyball, and school?
Well, schoolwork hasn't really been a problem because I can finish work pretty quickly, and the past 2 years I had a teacher who actually didn't give me homework, so schoolwork outside of school wasn't actually a problem because I never had missing work to take home. And then volleyball season doesn't really collide with basketball that much, it only collides by 1 month, but if there was a volleyball game on the same weekend I had a tournament, I would try to make both. But if I couldn't, I would just go to the basketball team.
Okay, all right. So what position you like playing in volleyball?
We don't really do positions in YMCA, but I do really like the front positions.
Okay, so you like being outside because they got outside hitter, middle hitter, libero. I don't know if they do libero with y'all at y'all age though.
I think the libero is the one that gets the back balls, or the one that dives a lot. I don't know. We don't really do much setting and hitting. I can set and hit, but I think right now my one skill is definitely diving. I can dive pretty good.
So do it translate to basketball, or do basketball skills translate over to volleyball? Because I used to coach volleyball alongside basketball, and I used to get a lot of my volleyball girls to play basketball, because of the simple fact that the skills transfers, some skills transfers. So how does playing basketball help you with your volleyball game, or vice versa?
Well, one thing that I've noticed is that ever since I started playing volleyball, you have to really keep focus on the ball to make sure when to hit it and when it's coming over or where it's going to land. So I've that translated to basketball because now I'm hyper focused on the ball and I've been getting more steals.
Oh, okay. It helps with your reaction time.
Yeah.
And so you react quicker. See, people, look, you need to play more than one sport. I'm telling you. Don't specialize in one sport too early. You need to play more than one sport because it helps you become a better athlete. All right. So, who's your favorite basketball player?
Lisa Leslie.
Why is it Lisa Leslie? What about Lisa Leslie and her story inspires you?
Lisa Leslie definitely inspired me after I knew the fact that she was not only the first woman to dunk, but the first Black woman to dunk.
Okay.
It really inspired me that even if I don't think I can do something, I still got to try and keep going and just push through it. And then
Did you ever see Lisa Leslie play?
Yeah, I've watched highlights.
You watch highlights? Did you ever go to a game?
No.
Oh, you wasn't even born when she was playing. I don't think. My bad. I forgot. It's been so a minute. Oh my God, Steve, you so crazy. You ain't have a chance to see Lisa Leslie. By the time you was born, she was retired. I think she been retired for a minute. But the stuff you've been watching, so you watch the highlights. So you like the highlights.
Yeah.
So who you like now?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen, since you live on the West Coast, have you ever seen Juju play live?
Juju Watkins?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I went to one of her college games.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
You like Juju?
Yeah, I think she actually signed my purse that's over there.
What? Okay. Go get autographs. Gotta make sure. I ain't selling that. All right. Good. All right. But you're not just about sports, right? You got big dreams outside of basketball. So you want to play college basketball. Is that correct?
Yep.
And you want to go to the University of South Florida?
Yeah.
Okay, so why South Florida?
Well, my dad played basketball there, and he took me there. He took me to the campus when I was younger, and I liked the fact that it was a huge campus. And I also found out that USF has one of the best medical schools, as so he says. And yeah, the things he says about it just makes me really want to go.
So how long ago did your father graduate?
I don't know that.
Yeah, why tell you? Because the only reason why I asked because a guy that I grew up with and played basketball with and against Coach State, I think it was USF. Was it USF or UCF? Probably was UCF. I think it was UCF. Which one is close to Orlando? Extra Fall. You might see.
Don't really know.
Oh, okay. All right. I think it was USF. All right. So when you talked, ask him, do you know Kevin Norris? I think Kevin Norris was the coach at USF or UCF. One of them. He was one of them. Now he's back here in Maryland. So, but you also want to become a veterinarian. So what inspired those dreams? Like what inspired you to want to become a veterinarian?
Well, I've always loved animals, and I watched Doc Make Stuffins growing up, and watching her also gave me inspiration to be a vet, and I've kind of just always wanted to be one since.
Okay. So you also are a standout in school, with science being your favorite subject. Right. So what do you love most about science, and how do you stay on top of your grades while balancing sports again?
Well, there's only really one thing I like about science, and that's space. Anything space related. And staying on my work has never really been a problem because I have this thing about me where I have to get my work done as soon as possible, as soon as I can. And so I've never really had trouble with missing assignments or turning stuff in late.
That's a good habit to have. I'm a teacher, and so that's when I tell you that, boy, I be having to give kids more time to do their work, and then I be trying to have them do group work so they can do it faster. Some kids can do group work really good, but others can't. So I ask like who's want to work by themselves and who want to do group work. And then when I have my kids do group work, I have to break it down and really tell them like how to actually do the group work. Like if you got, like I have them, for example, I have them read 4 articles and then they have to answer questions with the article, right? And instead of, and it'd be 5 people at a table. So instead of, dividing the articles up, they will read 1 article at a time. And I'll be like, yo, that's like slow. Like, won't you just divide the article up and then have one person write down it? You tell a person your answer to the question and they write it down. That makes more sense, right? Do that make sense? I mean, let me know.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
It saves you a lot of time, and you wait for somebody to read the article, and, they take all day to read the article, and it's half the time y'all talking and reading at the same time, so you never get finished the article. So, but that's neither here nor there. They just, jeez, then they take like 2 days for them to finish the assignment, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, we're gonna get this backed up. But I'm glad you have a system down. I'm glad you have the system down. All right. So, now I know you're serious about training, right?
Yeah.
But you run basketball drills 3 times a week,
Yep.
and you strength train twice a week.
Yeah.
So, what are some of the most important drills or workouts that you do, that you focus on to improve your game?
Well, originally I was a point guard, so we did like handling drills then. But right now, I realized that I've gotten pretty good at shooting, so we're trying to do more shooting guard drills. And so usually when we go to the gym, we mostly just put up shots, do a little bit of handling, work on my left, short jumpers, threes. And then for strength training, we usually work on like legs, using leg machines, do pull-ups, sit-ups, battle ropes. Stuff to
Do you do a lot of resistance bands when you train?
We did, but we haven't really done that recently.
Okay. Because I used to be a youth sports and fitness trainer also. So kids your age, I wouldn't use a lot of weights. You don't use a lot of weights, do you?
I mean, I'll do like the little bar ones every once in a while, but I'm not really good with weights, so.
Okay, really. Good. Because what I used to do to get kids stronger was I used to take resistance bands and have them stand on the resistance bands and grab them and do curls with the resistance bands instead of using weights. So that helps them also. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So yeah, kids at that age, I don't have them using weights until they get into like high school. Because when I really have them start using weights.
Yeah.
Like my coach high school now, we're in a weight run right now. Getting ready for the season. But I still use a lot of resistance bands because I just think they work better and they get you faster, quicker. That's just me.
Yeah.
That's just me. All right, so you got 2 brothers.
Yep.
One played JUCO basketball and the other played soccer. Did you ever play soccer before?
I played 1 year in the YMCA. Found out I was not very good at
it. So you gave up. Soccer can help you with your footwork, right?
Yeah. I also just don't really like soccer.
She's like, no, I stick to basketball and volleyball. So how has your brother's journeys in sports influence or support your journey as an athlete?
Well, when I was younger and when he still played, he took like a long break as I started doing AAU. So, but when I started at the YMCA and he was still playing, as like normal younger siblings, I looked up to him and he inspired me more to play the game. And then even though he took like a long break, I still wanted to play. And yeah, the soccer, the little brother doing soccer doesn't do much for me. So
do him playing soccer inspire you in any type of way?
Not really.
The younger brother. All right, so your older brother. How old is your older brother?
He is 19.
Do you be playing against him?
No.
What? You don't play against your older brother?
No.
Oh man, you should be wanting to beat your older brother. I used to hate playing against my older brother, even though he couldn't beat me playing basketball. He thought he could, but he wasn't that good in basketball. He thought he was, but he
Yeah.
couldn't mess with me though. He probably can beat me on the video game, but in the street,
Yeah.
on the court, he was soft. He couldn't handle me. He was too soft for me. Don't let him hear that though. He'll swear it down he could beat me playing basketball. He'll swear that down. So when you're not on the court or you're not studying, you like to play Fortnite and Roblox with your friends, and you also enjoy. Oh, I didn't know this. What can you cook?
What can I cook?
Yeah, I ain't talking about I'm talking about what can you like throw down with? Can you cook a whole meal? Like, have you ever cooked a whole meal for your family?
Yeah.
So what did you cook?
I mostly do like pork chop steak.
Oh.
Mostly that.
So
Yeah.
pork chop steak. What type of vegetable? What's your favorite vegetable?
Probably green beans.
Okay. Oh, you also knit and you do crochet. What was the last thing you crocheted?
The last thing I crocheted, I have it up there, but I crocheted like bracelets, necklaces. But the last thing that like I usually use was probably like a scarf.
Okay. What's the last thing you knit?
Well, knitting, I'm not like really good. I'm not as good at knitting as I am crocheting. So when I usually knit, I usually do like just basic chains. I haven't actually made anything yet.
Oh, okay. All right. So you balance school, you balance sports, you balance your hobby, and it seems like it's easy to you to balance all that. What's been your toughest challenge you've faced so far, and how did you overcome it? But hold on, we're gonna talk about that in a minute. In a second. Stick around for that. We're gonna get to that next. All right, hold on, give me 1 second. All right. So here we go. So tell us. All right. Every athlete faces challenges, right? So what's been your toughest obstacle in your sports journey so far, and how did you push through it?
Well, in my sports journey, there has been a coach that I don't really agree with their training, their practicing, or their plays. But at the end of the day, I knew that they were the coach, and I kind of just had to push through. And yeah.
Okay. You still play with that team, or you left that team?
No, I don't play with that team.
Oh, okay. All right. Don't put that team on blast. So you got a lot going on for you just to be, 11 years old. So what advice would you give other youth athletes who are trying to balance sports, school, and their future dreams?
Well, I do know that a lot of people that are kind of in a situation like me, their parents kind of push them a lot for the sport that they do. And I feel like they need to know that they need to, like, if they're not feeling, if something's going on and you feel like you need a break from that sport, you don't need to keep pushing yourself and pushing yourself to just keep doing the sport, that you need to, like, take a break sometimes because it can be very stressful.
Okay. Hey, that's great advice, parents. Because I'll be saying the same thing. I'll be seeing kids play basketball, and I'll be like, I don't think that kid really want to play. Because to me, for most people that really want to play basketball, you do not have to tell them to get up and go work out or get up and go to the gym or things like that. They will get out, they will go outside, they will dribble the ball by themselves and stuff like that. And that's, too far in between nowadays, because nobody really goes outside anymore. I got let's say about 5 or 6 basketball courts around the corner from my house that I can go to, and I will find no kid on there playing basketball. No.
Yeah.
Back in the day, my day, right, we used to always be outside playing basketball until sun up to sundown, hungry, probably go to the dug 7-Eleven, just grab something to drink, and we just play all day long. You don't see that no more. Our parents ain't had to tell us to go outside. We went outside. They just said, be back in the house by the time the lights come on. And we did it. And we played on everything. We would make basketball courts basketball goes out of crates, milk crates. We made basketball goes out of milk. Yeah, you like what? You ain't never played on a milk crate before?
No, I don't think I've ever seen a milk crate.
You ain't never seen a milk crate? Ask your father about the milk crate. Whew. I'm telling you, if you can shoot on a milk, I'm telling you, if you shoot on a milk crate, you will be one of the best shooters ever if you can shoot on a milk crate. And we was shooting on the milk crate. That's how we became great shooters. Try to shoot it. Try to go all net on the milk crate. I'm telling you, it'll take your game to the next level. We also had, on your bicycle, the wheel with the spokes in it on your bicycle, on your bike.
Yeah.
We used to take the spokes out of the bike and nail that round part up against a light pole or a tree with a backboard with a ply of wood. Put that up there. Yep. And made the basketball go out of that. We was creative because, where we lived at, like, it was playgrounds around, it was rec centers, but we couldn't always get in there, and like, we was hawks. We wanted to play basketball all the time. So we used to just make goals and stuff. Long as the ball can go in it, we did it. Like, I'd be sitting in my room and I'd take a wire hanger and hang it on my door, take a sock and practice my shooting with a wire hanger inside my door. I would open up the wire hanger and make it a circle. And I would shoot and work on so every day I worked on my game, no matter if I could go outside or not. And kids be like, I ain't doing that. I'm like, I'm telling you, basketball is about muscle memory. So if I'm here and I'm shooting like this all day, I'm practicing my shooting. It's muscle memory. So when I get in the court, I got the perfect form. This is muscle memory. So I tell kids, look, if you don't want to go outside, you don't have to go outside to get better at basketball. Stay in the house. Stay in the house and shoot the ball up in the air in your room while you watching TV. That's muscle memory. You probably took 200 shots and don't even know it. Just ain't on the basket. But when you go on the basketball court, it's going to show. That's just the little things that you can do to get better while you're sitting in the house, not doing, anything. But all right. So other than going to USF and crocheting and all your great habits and being a veterinarian, so what do you look forward to in the near future?
I don't think I really think about the future. I kind of just stay in the moment. But I do look forward to playing high school basketball and volleyball.
You know what high school you want to go to? Or do you?
Right now, I'm pretty sure I'm going. Right now, they really want me to go to, I think it's like North something Christian school, like a private
Okay,
school.
is that a private school?
Yeah.
Okay, the coaches been coming out watching your games?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good. All right, that's good. So, look, your story has been amazing. I really enjoyed it. You balanced so much and you're still pushing forward to reach your big dreams. I know our listeners are going to be inspired by your journey. And for everyone listening, to Dalila, story, I hope that you're very, very inspired. But before we wrap this up, I got a question for everybody out there. So what's been your biggest challenge you faced in balancing your goals, and how did you overcome them? Drop your answer in the comments below, and let's keep striving and stay focused and keep it up, y'all. Work hard. Work hard, work hard, work hard, work hard. So I gotta ask you this though. If it's you, which position you liked it better? Did you like point guard or shooting guard better?
Shooting guard.
You like shooting guard better? All right.
Yeah.
So you're the shooting guard, right? You gotta pick 4 players to be on your team. They can be from the past. They can be now, right? They can be man. They can be a woman. They can be a college player. They can be a WNBA player, or they can be your friend. So who's gonna be your point guard? Who's gonna be your small forward? Who's gonna be your power forward? And who's gonna be your center?
That's a tough one. Because even though I play basketball, I don't really watch a lot of it. So,
What?
yeah.
That's part of your growth. You know that, right?
Yeah.
That's where you get your IQ from, watching basketball. And I tell this story mostly every podcast. I tell this story about me and Magic Johnson. So when I was young, I used to love the Lakers because of their up and down style of basketball, and because of Magic Johnson also. I never watched Magic Johnson play in college because back then I wasn't watching college basketball. But when I watched him in the pros, that's when I knew I wanted to play basketball. And every time I got finished watching his game, I would go outside and I would do the stuff that he did in the game. And that's how I got better at basketball. I used to throw people no-look passes. I used to get, when I say throw people no-look passes, and people are like, yo, how did you do that? And I'm like, I just watched Magic do it. And that's what brought my IQ up. So I was a great point guard. I was really, really good at playing point guard, but I could score also. But that's watching him play and how he's seeing the floor, I just pictured myself being him. So when I got out on the basketball court, it just became natural to me to be able to get people the ball in situations that you normally couldn't get them the ball, because I knew angles and I practiced angles, and like again I watched how he passed the ball. And I'm like, how did he do that? Let me try it, and it worked. And it worked. For instance, tell you a little story. So I was playing basketball with my son and his friends, and one thing my son told his friends, because my son be like, Dad, how do you pass the ball like that? And he used to tell his friends, like, yo, watch my father. You gotta always watch him because you don't know when the ball is coming. Because no matter where you at on the court, he gonna get you the ball. And how did I learn how to do that? Again, from watching Magic Johnson. Like, even now, I watch how Kyrie Irving manipulate the ball. I don't really play that much now. But I watch how he manipulate the ball. So when I'm talking to somebody that I'm training or coaching, I give them pointers on how to manipulate the ball. Right? I can show a kid how to have the ball, how to throw the ball in one direction to make it curve so it can go into another direction. So if you want to put something else in your arsenal, I think, but that's just my opinion, that you should watch more basketball. And do you watch film on yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's great. That's great. But I think if you want to take your game to the next level, I think you should watch more, especially female basketball. I wouldn't go too much into watching NBA that much because it's all about entertainment now more. But if you want to watch how like you're supposed to come off screens and stuff like that, watch female women's college basketball or women's pro basketball. That's just my opinion. So who will be so that question is hard for you to answer because you don't watch basketball that much?
Yeah.
How about volleyball? You watch volleyball?
I've watched a couple high school games, but
Okay.
not like anything really professional.
Okay. All right. So on your volleyball games, so they so what month do they cross over? Because I know like basketball starts when do you start your AAU stuff? Like March?
Well, sometimes that depends on like the team, because basketball can. I know a couple teams that basketball can kind of go like almost
All year
all
round.
the way through all year round, except for like a month or two.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know when volleyball starts, but I think it's like somewhere, if depending on the team, sometimes it like crosses over in like September, because like right now volleyball is still going, and I know like the team that's already started their season.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna try out in April. Are you in middle school right now?
Yeah,
Do your middle school have a basketball team?
not for sixth graders.
Oh, they only let eighth graders play on the basketball team?
Seventh and eighth grades can get on like an actual school team. For sixth graders, they only have intramural.
Oh, do you go to intramurals a lot?
Well, school just started, so intramural hasn't actually started yet.
Oh, okay. You're right about that because I think they just announced our intramurals to start for our middle school next week or Thursday.
Yeah.
Either Thursday or next week. So, but been a real joy talking to you today. I really appreciate you coming on this show. And again, amazing story, man. You do a lot. You balance a lot. And that's for your age. I think that's like amazing for you to be able to balance volleyball, your schoolwork, basketball, crocheting, cooking. Want to be a veterinarian is wonderful. Want to follow your father footsteps by going to USF. I also think it's a wonderful thing that you're doing. Just keep up that good work. Keep being that underdog and keeping your head down. And keep showing, proving not, to me, you don't have to prove nothing to anybody but yourself. You compete with yourself every day. Yourself. Nobody else. You try to make yourself better than what you was yesterday. Every single day. Got it?
Yep.
All right. So, for our listeners out there, for everyone listening, don't forget to check out my Linktree for more episodes and merch at Linktree/Coach Q. I mean, not Coach Q, sorry, let me get that right. Linktree at SQ Basketball Chronicles. And remember, every underdog has their day. I'm Coach Q with Dalila, and guess what? We're out.